Well, we live in challenging times. Live in a time of divided government. Democracy is messy. Sometimes it's very messy. This is part of that process. But I think what you've seen is that even though we live in a time of divided government, and even though the Republicans have quite literally almost the smallest majority in U.S. history, in an effort that some deem to be impossible, we are actually moving the ball forward and getting the job done. We are governing. We passed the first 6 bills, the first appropriations bills, as you know. The second batch is due by March 22nd. I believe we're going to meet that deadline. Some very deliberative work has been done. And the House, while you might describe it as chaotic, the Republican-led majority has gotten a lot of really important substantive work done. Not just all of the oversight, that's a very important constitutional responsibility for us, but passing very important and meaningful legislation. H.R. 1 was our effort to lower energy costs and return to American energy independence. H.R. 2 was of course, now our famous border security bill that we passed that had all the elements that would solve that catastrophe and problem. Go down the list. We got just the tax package that was passed in bipartisan fashion here just a couple of weeks ago, sent it over to the Senate. We've sent a lot of substantive legislation over, and it's been collecting dust in the Democrat majority's desks. Chuck Schumer has effectively declared some of that debt on arrival. But the House is doing its job. Everyone is standing together and moving the legislation as we need to do, and we're going to keep steady hands at the wheel. I do think when we get into the fall and as we get into the next Congress, where we'll have an even larger majority, I think you'll see some changes to some of the sort of the procedural rules in the House. I think common sense would lead us to those conclusions, and I think there'll be a broad agreement on all that. But in the meantime, we're going to get the job done, and we're going to keep demonstrating to the American people we can do that.